Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I just am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And y'all, I'm so proud of myself because guess what? I made it to the end. That's what it's all about. Look at this. Oh, that's what it's all about. Transmuting, and I feel so much better. I'm so grateful for this channel. I'm just really so grateful for this channel. But I am going to go ahead and give you guys a quick reading because there is a lot of shit going on in the sky. We are about to go through another Mercury retrograde. And I'm sure some more planets retrograding along with a meteor shower. Number 41. So let's just see, God, what is a tool that we can use during this time of chaos and turmoil? What is a tool that we can use as we're journeying into the unknown? God, how can we just stay focused on our goals and where we want to go? Please allow no room for doubt or confusions. Allow no room for doubt or confusions in me and the viewer's mind. Make it as plain as possible, God. My head feels better, but I am a little, I know I'm tired now. But I'm glad I was able to get it through. I love this because guess what came out? Our favorite card. Whatever I desire, I acquire. The eternal laws of the universe steadily holds the promise of expansion and joy. Understanding the laws will reawaken within you the knowledge of your purpose and your own personal power as you remember how to access the power of the universe as your own personal power, as you remember how to access the power of the universe that creates worlds. If this time-space reality has within it the ability to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute that this time-space reality has the ability to yield you a full and satisfying manifestation. It is law. Angel number 2. So what God is trying to let you know is that though you may be going through a storm, though things may be feeling like, things may feel like they're falling away or like you just like, damn, God, can I get a break? Just know that you can always pivot from feeling bad to good. So at any given moment, this card is just all about learning how to have certain tools that you can use to just help you. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I don't want this to break. Please don't break. Is it like caught? No. Okay. Whew. All right. Sorry, I didn't want that to break. Okay. But anyways, what God is saying is that as we are journeying into this period of the unknown, there may feel like things are coming at us in every different way. What God is saying is to just, as you are going through the storm, focus on focus on that desire that God gave you. And if you know that you're doing what God told you to do, despite what is going on around you, I want you to stay focused on your goals. I want you to start developing routines and habits to keep you focused on your goals. It's so important to have a morning routine in your place. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, like I kind of got away from that. Like I was really just on some true crime, and like we also, thank you, God, we have to be mindful of like what we're feeding our spirit on a day-to-day basis. And I didn't realize that for like about 2 months, like I wasn't doing anything but feeding a lot of dark stuff. Like I was listening to hella true crime, and as though, I love true crime. I mean, I'm listening to murder mysteries, watching them, like I love them, but it's like, I can't just take all of that in and my life is crazy and then think I'm gonna be okay. So for me, I had to reestablish some morning routines. I had to, start listening to Sway in the morning because they are upbeat and they give me inspiration, and they let me know that, if somebody like them can do it at that highest level, then eventually maybe it could happen for me. Like it's not like it reminds me that what I'm doing is not something new. It's something that people are already doing. And then also just being mindful of, making sure I get up on time to do my morning pages because they make me feel good, setting a personal agenda for myself of what I want to accomplish, what I need to do for Honestly Sis. Like these things are important because they help you pivot from feeling bad to feeling good. So like say, I really used to have this thing where I hated logging on every morning. Like, it was just something I don't like logging on to my job. I'm just like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. But I realized that when I logged on, and then I'm like, if I just do a little bit, like, so if I log on, say I log on like maybe an hour early, 7:30, check my emails, make sure there's nothing that needs my immediate attention. And if I spend an hour just writing an article or reading a book or like anything to feed me and then do my job, I feel better. So it's like God is telling you that during this storm, you have to develop habits and routines that make you feel better. Another thing that I started incorporating in my life, look at this, my every story is attracting its vibrational match. So again, it's about the stories you're telling yourself and how you're living yourself and how you're living your life on a daily basis. Another thing that I incorporated is making sure I'm listening to more music in the morning, listen to gospel music in the morning. I told y'all I listened to I Need a Miracle by Salute. I think it's SAULT. I'll make sure I link it down below. Listen to that song every morning to get my energy high. It's like God is saying, like, he knows that a lot is going on. He knows that it's hard to be a human. But also we have to realize that that's the whole point of the healing journey, of the spiritual journey, is that we develop tools and tips that help us to keep us when we're going through the storm. Like, yeah, it's great to know how to do yoga, but if the moment that your life is fucked up, you're unable to even get on your yoga mat, then what is the purpose of you doing yoga, right? But if you use yoga to where you like, oh, I'm having a shitty day, or I woke up, or I'm having a shitty day, so I'm going to at lunchtime get on my yoga mat to shift my energy, that's using yoga how it's supposed to be. That's using it as a tool. If you have these crystals and you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I'm feeling some type of way, so I'm going to make sure I have a rose quartz crystal on, or have some different type of crystals in my bra. That's why you have these tools. Like, that's why we have these spiritual tools. That's why we have tarot, not because we trying to be fucking divine and know everything, but so that when we have these moments of uncertainties, or when we're in the middle of the storm, we have tools and we have insights that we can use to help get us through. Okay? So again, God is saying, whatever you desire, you can acquire. If you are headed towards something that God has given to you, then you have to know that anything that's coming about is just coming about to get you closer to that goal. So whenever you feel bad, just pivot to feeling good, and eventually you will match up to that vibrational match of the things that you ultimately want. Okay? All right, y'all. I actually really, really enjoyed that. Let me just get some quick cards. I'm actually going to switch this. Oops. To clarify, because I feel like I hear somebody like, I don't understand, I missed it. What God is trying to get you to understand is that as you're going through the midst of the storm, and again, we were talking about this, about birthing a new world, remembering that because we're spiritual beings, though we're spiritual beings in a physical world. So yes, there's naturally, the physical world is going to have shit that tugs at our emotions. Like, our flesh is going to get bothered by this stuff. But what we have is that spiritual part of us to say that though things may be bothering my flesh, though things may be pulling at me, I can stay focused on where I'm trying to go. I can stay focused on that vision that God gave me. And if we do that, and every time we feel bad, we just pivot to, we use our tools to pivot to feeling better, our vibration is going to change, and then eventually our life story will change, and the money and all the things that we want will eventually come to us, because it says money isn't everything, but so it's like, it's not wrong to want money. Matter of fact, I feel like what God is saying is that a lot of us are feeling pressure in areas of money. We are feeling pressure in our career. We are feeling pressure to feel like, am I really going to be able to bring this creative project about? And God is saying, yes, whatever you desire, you can acquire. If I gave it to you, I didn't give it to you to be a jokester, God. I gave it to you because I want you to bring it about. But as you are in the process of bringing it about, as you are journeying in the unknown, as things are starting to get chaotic, as you feel things tugging at you and tugging at your emotions, God is saying, when you feel bad, use those spiritual tools that you learned on your journey to pivot to feel better. As you do that, you will change your vibrational match, and all of the things that you want will eventually come to you because you have learned the skill of directing your thoughts. Again, this is a vibrational game, and the way to increase your vibration is to make sure that you're paying attention to what you're paying attention to. Okay? All right. right. Very beautiful. God, what is our energy towards whatever I desire, I acquire? Do we believe that we are worthy of living the life of our dreams? God, allow no room or doubt and confusion in me or the viewer minds. Just allow us to see what we need to see, God. What's stopping us? What's blocking us from realizing that whatever we desire, we acquire? One card, please. I'm going to do this really, really quickly. I'm not going to read all these cards. The cards I'm going to focus on is whatever come out for whatever I desire, I acquire. But I will let you know the other cards that came out. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This is the Nine of Cups came up upright. Came out reverse. I am going to this is the card that we're going to focus on. So I'm actually going to leave that right there. I do want you guys to know for the Three of Cups, my every vibrational match, my every story is attracting its vibrational match. I actually really love I'm so fake. I went from hating this deck to loving this deck. I really love how they illustrate angel number 1040, the Three of Cups, because remember I tell y'all, everything first happens. It's all about trifecta. Mind, body, spirit. First happening in the thoughts you think, the words you speak, and the actions that you take. So God is saying when you are mindful of the thoughts that you speak, when you're mindful of, when your mind, body, soul is all in alignment, that's how you're able to get that spiritual growth that you need. So God is saying as you're watching the stories that you tell yourself, as you're watching the stories that you're telling yourselves, as you're thinking about what you're thinking about, all of that is pouring into your cup and increasing your vibration. It's making you better, right? So that's why God is saying it's so important for you to be mindful of your thoughts and to be mindful of your thoughts, to be mindful of how you feel in relation to your thoughts, and also to be mindful of your vibrational alignment. For I can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good, the Lovers came out, which is kind of funny. So God is so funny. So God is just saying, like, at the heart of it all, we are spiritual beings, so everything is love. God is saying fear is false evidence appearing real, so that if anything is scaring you, just know that it's not real. Like, yes, it's scary. Yes, it feels scary, but God is saying, like, do not make any decisions from fear. So if you continue to pivot from bad to good, then you would get closer and closer to your dreams and where you want to go. So just always be the lover in you. I don't know, that really made me smile. I really enjoyed that. And money isn't everything but the Eight of Swords, which is kind of like a woman blindfolded, surrounded by swords. This came out reversed. God is saying that if you go through the process of this, you will no longer feel bind and, entrapped into your in your financial situation. You'll be able to take those blindfolds off and see your power and see that wherever you desire, you can acquire. And then for I am developing the skills to direct my thoughts. We have the Ten of Wands coming out, and that's what God is trying to get you to understand. Yes, you are doing the work. Yes, you are bringing those passions about, but how are you doing it? You're doing it the wrong way. You're doing it the hard. I'm not going to say the wrong way. You're doing it the hard way. And God is sending this message to let you know that there's an easier way to do it, and you can do it just by being mindful of the thoughts that you think, the words that you speak, and the actions that you take. All right. Because we moving on, baby. I love it. Yes. But the card we're going to focus on is the Nine of Cups. And I'm actually going to just go ahead and go straight to the book. The Nine of Cups reverse. Your vision is not going according to plan, causing frustration and upset. You're expecting it to appear before you would... Okay. Your vision is not going according to plan, causing frustration and upset. You're expecting it to appear before you with little effort, and sorry to break it to you, but it just does not work that way. Put in the time for your craft, and slowly but surely things will start happening. Luxurious living is well worth it when you've earned it. An overindulgent attitude is making you feel better in the short term, but will show its negative effects in the long run. Take care of yourself and know when to say no. This overindulgence could be masking something deeper that needs your attention. Tend to the womb and ask what that overindulgence is filling in for. When you're going through this process, be compassionate with yourself as possible. Moderation is key to feeling satisfied in all areas of your life. And actually, so funny. I feel like, I'm going to be honest, when I was reading that, I feel like God was telling me I'm smoking too much. I'm being honest. Like, I really felt like he's like, moderation is needed, and like maybe, you know, maybe that's something for me to consider, like my marijuana habits. Like maybe that's not, maybe it is not, you know, keeping me focused, and maybe that's why I don't feel my power, because I don't know, I'm dwelling in bullshit. But I don't know what that overindulgence may be for you, but what God is saying is, instead of focusing on the short term, instead of feeling like, you know, again, us becoming alchemists of our lives is not trying to become a magician. It's not trying to get no get rich scheme. Like, it's not going to happen like that. But God is saying that when you put your time, effort, and intention into something, the world can come to you. But until you're willing to put that time, effort, and attention into becoming the person that you want to be, whether that's bringing a business about, bringing a creative vision about, whatever it is, until you do that, you're never going to become the alchemist of your life. So God, you're never going to become the alchemist of your life, and you're not going to feel like whatever I desire, I acquire. Like, yes, what God's going to give you the vision, but the vision, oh my God, that's actually an alchemist reading. But the vision is free, but the vision is free, but the manifestation is sold separately. You have to put your time, effort, and attention into this vision in order to actually realize it. So if you have not been doing that, that's why you feel like, no, whatever you desire, you cannot acquire, because you think that this is like some type of, you know, I don't know, some spell shit, some witch shit. And God is saying, that's all cool, but that's not where I'm operating from. And until you're willing to put the time, effort, and attention into your adventures, it's never going to happen. Angel number 1602. All right, y'all. I'm going to give you just one more message and get you guys on out of here. God, what happens if we change our attitude? If we know that whatever we desire, we can acquire? What if we are willing to put that time, effort, and attention, and be mindful of our thoughts, our vibrations, and the stories that we tell ourselves? What blessing is imparted in our lives, God? Allow no room for doubt or confusion. What if we really change our attitude and believe that whatever we desire, we can acquire? Ashe. A lot of this is about your thought process. Hey, whew, that flew out. Like hot. The blessing of the endless possibilities. Oh my God. I said, God, what happens if we believe that whatever we desire, we acquire? What if we start to put our time, effort, and attention into those visions that you gave us? God says the endless blessing, the blessing of endless possibility. Angel number 1707 will be put on your life. Allow your inner child to be the master for a while. Don't take things too seriously. Have fun and explore the world of endless possibilities. Something wonderful is created through imagination and innocence. So again, whatever you desire, you can acquire. God is saying that you really just need to put that time, effort, and attention into that craft. Be mindful of the stories that you tell yourself. Start pivoting from feeling bad and feeling good. Always allowing love to lead. Knowing that you can have money and whatever the other things that you desire, and that you're not trapped, and that you have the power all inside of you. The very last blessing that God want to impart in your life is the blessing of oneness. Bringing your awareness within and connecting with the internal you. Love, abundance, and blessings flow to you. Feeling a deep sense of peace. Feeling the oneness and clarity, the perfection and the love that you truly are. So guys, that's just clarifying what I was saying about you being in vibrational alignment and you realizing that you being a spiritual being, that's how you can transform your life. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world, and you don't have to do it on your own. All you have to do is be mindful of the stories that you tell yourselves in your vibrational alignment. Be mindful of the stories that you tell yourselves, how you feel about the stories that you tell yourselves in your vibrational alignment. Angel number 1827. Guys, that is all the messages that I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, you are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Guys, I am hoping we have a better week. I'm hoping that next week will be so much better. See you next week. Wishing you peace and blessings on your weekend. Mwah. See you soon.